I wanted to just talk about this one right off the hop, right? Sacramento's been one of the most surprising teams in the NBA, like 80-1 to win the championship. They're in second place 2 weeks ago. And I don't know if you had ever seen this, but I had never seen a second place team in a conference be 125-1 to win a championship. They're number one in scoring. You see points per game, they're number one. They're second from the field in terms of field goal percentage, offensive efficiency. Again, this is like points per 100 possessions. They are number one. Of course, they are going up against the defending champs, and when they're healthy, they're on point. And I still think, when this team is fully healthy, they may just be the team to beat in the Western Conference. But again, Sacramento's getting no respect here. I get it. I totally understand. You got the Warriors, you have the Suns. We haven't seen a lot of KD with the squad at full health, but they are getting a lot of respect from Vegas, and it's warranted. Then you have the Nuggets. So I totally get why the Kings are 80-1 and they're plus 200 to win this series, and Golden State is favored. But this series will start in Sacramento. And there's something to be said about the way the Warriors played basketball on the road this year. Potential upset. Can Sacramento hang? These are the two number one scoring teams in the league. It should be entertaining at least.
I think the entertainment factor is the one thing we can count on from this series, right? And you mentioned the Warriors' road record. I think fourth worst in the league this season at 11-30. It's like almost unexplainable for such a team that is so solid, not just this season, but over the last, this Warriors dynasty. I think it's fair to call the Warriors a dynasty at this point. But that road record, like you mentioned, like that, they were fourth worst in the league. The three worst teams in the league, San Antonio, Houston, and Detroit, are the only teams with worse road records this season. And the Warriors are going in to Sacramento, a team that has now broken the longest playoff drought in American professional sports. And so that arena is going to be rocking. They might have the best home court advantage in the first round. That said, if they don't win the first two and the Warriors steal home court back, I think this is over in 6. I think the Warriors get all 3 games at home in this series. And so I think it is of paramount importance for the Kings to survive this first round, that they have to win both games at home. And I don't see it. I have the Warriors in 6 right now. And again, the Warriors have not been great on defense either this year, but Bob Myers, the GM, said that Andrew Wiggins is expected to be available after his long personal leave there, and glad that he was able to get back to the team and take all the time he needed to deal with the health issues in his family. And then Coach Kerr said he expects Andrew Wiggins, he's looked great in the scrimmages that he's gotten into over this week off. The week off is huge. Like, another big props to the NBA. Play-in tournament is great for entertainment. Yep. It also gives a week for these teams to get healthy between the regular season and the beginning of the first round. So with Kerr saying he expects Wiggins to be able to play close to his normal role, that's going to increase both the floor of the defense and the offensive end for the Warriors. Because you look back last year, Klay Thompson is back to, I think, close to what we expect from Klay Thompson now that we're at this point of the year. But last season during that championship run, Andrew Wiggins was arguably the second most important offensive piece on this team. So I think getting him back in the mix, it just kind of pushes the Warriors over the edge in terms of this matchup against Sacramento. But again, I think I'll be cheering for the underdogs. I just don't think they have enough to get it done, because that defense is a sieve. They cannot stop anybody. With the Warriors, if they round into form, which they tend to do around April over the last 10 years or so, I think it's unfortunately a bit of a lost cause here for the Kings. But again, I'm just watching those first 2 games. If they can take care of business at home, I'll certainly change my tune. And then this series will become a series that I want to be betting game by game, because then I don't think the Warriors turn around and win 4 straight. They could, but I just think then we got a series.
Yeah, if Sacramento can win that first one, or just one of them, but I assume Golden State getting, a split would be a huge win for them on the road and then going back home. But yeah, if Sacramento can win that first one, then all of a sudden there's I don't know if there'd be doubt, because there's so much pedigree and championship experience on that side of it. But you would just have on the other side, Sacramento saying, okay, we can beat these guys. We just took game 1. We know we can score. We know that their struggles on the road. Now we're feeling a little bit looser, and confidence is a crazy thing. Sabonis has been unbelievable. Fox has been great. There's a lot of cool stories with this Kings team, as you mentioned, ending that long playoff drought and getting in. It's comical though, to be honest, because they've been so good offensively, and we saw the statistics. They're not so great at stopping like anybody defensively. They definitely have some issues. And then you got this Warriors team, but to see a team as good as they were all year, to be 80-1 and massive dogs opening up. But again, it certainly is warranted. I'm glad you brought up Wiggins. I knew you would. I thought he was so key last year too. A very underrated piece of what they did last year. And as you said, looking like he's going to be good to go. Health is huge. I heard Anthony Davis say that he didn't think that the Lakers could be ready to play another playing game on Friday. Well, buckle up, dude, because you got another one coming in a couple days. AD and LeBron look gassed. We're going to talk about them next after the break.